3.9 billion years. And maybe we can push it back farther. So it looks to me, from an astronomer's, not a biologist's point of view, that life was easy.
Scientists know that organic hydrocarbons and even amino acids, the building blocks of life, are abundant in the universe. They've been found in meteorites, detected on comets, and in interstellar gas. The marvelous spark that turned these organic building blocks into life on Earth could have struck on at least one of the other 200 billion planets estimated in the Milky Way. What's more, our preconceived notions as to what's necessary for life are being challenged as never before.
The last 20 years have had a remarkable advancement on understanding the conditions that are required for life. We see both in laboratory work and in field work that life can exist in remarkably hostile environments far beyond the normal conditions we see in the rooms around us. And we find life at deep underwater volcanic vents, and field work by the biologists, field biologists have really expanded our understanding of where life can be found, so that a few very basic principles seem to be required for life. One needs to have some basic elements, but these are all elements that exist in great abundance throughout the universe.
With these discoveries, and recent indications of water on Mars and Europa, a moon of Jupiter, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence takes on even greater urgency. If life can exist in extremes on Earth and in our solar system, the odds in favor of life across the galaxy take a giant leap forward. Frank Drake, founder and president of California's SETI Institute, has seen the equation named after him become the standard for anyone seriously searching for aliens. With a handful of letters and symbols, the Drake equation seeks to find the number of planets with intelligent life in our own Milky Way galaxy. Drake's painstaking, objective research has silenced many of the naysayers.
It's fair to say that in the astronomical community and in the scientific community at large, it's widely accepted that there's life in outer space, that there's life elsewhere.
It seems more and more likely that the answer to the ancient question, are we alone, is a resounding no. The sticking point is whether that life extends beyond the microorganic to creatures intelligent enough to be able, or desire, to drop us a line. That's the next factor in the Drake equation, Fi, the fraction of Earth-like planets that not only develop life, but intelligent life.
All right, suppose you have, billions of planets in the galaxy that have life. Now, what fraction of those are going to cook up intelligent life?
100,000. 1 million.
And that's really a very contentious point, because a lot of things could have happened here on Earth that would have led evolution in different directions than producing Homo sapiens. I mean, if the dinosaurs hadn't been wiped out 65 million years ago in an accident involving an asteroid, we wouldn't be here today, okay? So maybe there's a lot of real estate with life on it in the galaxy, but most of it is stupid life, and none of it's building radio transmitters. That's something we don't know. It's not clear that evolution will frequently produce intelligent life.
And if there is intelligent life out there, do they have the ability, or even the desire, to communicate? That's the next to last factor in the Drake equation, Fc.
Actually, I have a very, very pragmatic definition of intelligence, and that's the ability to build a transmitter, because that's the only kind of intelligence that I'm going to be able to find. Only a technology that does something to modify its environment in a way that we can sense over these vast distances is detectable. Talk about the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. But in truth, it's a search for extraterrestrial technology.
There's a big catch, though, which forms the final factor in the Drake equation. Capital letter L stands for the longevity of an advanced civilization. Aliens on other planets may rise to a sophisticated level of technology, but that same technology and knowledge can threaten their total destruction. We've seen the potential here on Earth. If intelligent civilizations die off quickly, there's a good chance many have risen and then vanished.
Because of the rule out there in the cosmos is, once you get technological, you get dead. You destroy your environment, or you destroy your world with your technology. Then there's no one out there for us to find. If, on the other hand, the rule is that ultimately, in the long run, technology is a stabilizing influence, then those civilizations which develop technology, in fact, may become quite long-lived. And then there's a chance that we'll find someone.
Put them all together, and what do you get? A possible answer to the question symbolized by the letter N, the number of intelligent worlds in our Milky Way galaxy.
When we've completed this multiplication, we then, in fact, have this thing we were after in the first place, which is the number of civilizations. And if we put all this together, you will get 50,000 civilizations in our galaxy. A big number.
That's a lot of cosmic neighbors. And maybe they have a taste for travel. For while astronomers continue sweeping the skies to see if we're not alone, there are many who believe, or who are ready to believe, that contact by now has been made. Aliens have come to call right here on Earth. An early morning in the future. This is what you might see over your first cup of coffee.
I'm standing here in Washington, D.C., and I have to say this city is just buzzing about aliens. An hour ago, the House Technology Committee voted to upload the entire text of the so-called ET report. Now, that's a report that says a highly advanced extraterrestrial civilization has been contacted. To read the entire text of the ET report yourself, click the ET icon on your screen. Now.
Of course, this isn't real. None of it. Suppose, though, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, SETI, does turn up a galactic greeting. A radio message coming from a planet orbiting one of the 500 billion stars in the Milky Way.
There are going to be some people, of course, who are upset. There are going to be some groups that are claiming, you know, this is the apocalypse, and other groups that are saying this is our salvation and so forth.
Probably it wouldn't affect me too much. It's kind of, you know, it's one of those national things that, you know, kind of happens, but really won't, I don't think, affect my life too dramatically.
I'd like to go on the ship and see space, and to see them as well, to see what they're like and to meet with them and to find out what they're about.
I think there is life out there on another galaxy or another planet, somewhere in some form. And I think if we contacted it, that would be really great.
But, you know, I think it would be very frightening, because I think if we got a signal from someplace else, or there was an alien being here and people discovered it was alien, it would frighten people.
I wouldn't like it. I would be scared, I think.
I would be astounded, I think.
Upon receiving the word of contact, there doubtless will be a certain amount of "I told you so" from the various organizations, cults, and networks that support the claims of people who say they've seen or made contact with unidentified flying objects. Pop culture historians Jane and Michael Stern are convinced that this belief in UFOs and aliens on Earth provides entertainment and distraction from our dull daily lives.
I think that people are really not that interested in real science because they don't understand it. I think UFOs or aliens are of the people. I mean, we made it up, so therefore we can blend it and mold it to anything we want. Just the notion of anything being